Hi everyone. Today I would like to give you some tips on how to increase your credit score. We've spoken already about credit score and credit file and the difference, and how important it is to make sure that your credit file is spotless if possible. But today I would like to give you some easy steps, few tips where you can go away, implement them, and make sure that when you're ready to buy, your credit file is in a good shape and you've got a high credit score, so you've got the best possible chance to get your mortgage. So tip 1, do check your credit file regularly. You can do it. There are several agencies which have got information about your credit history and your current situation, but I would recommend to apply for credit report either with Experian or Equifax. They do charge, so you have free membership with them, but you will be able to see credit score only. If you want to see the whole credit file, I believe they charge small amount, like £5 or £6 or £7 here in the UK. But do check your credit file regularly. The reason why, here is tip 2, because there might be some information on your credit file which is incorrect. I had a case a few years back when I was working with my existing client, not a first-time buyer, and we were applying for remortgage and it was declined, which was quite a big surprise for me and the client, because neither her nor me, we were 100% sure that everything was correct with her file. But apparently someone took a loan in her name. Long story, but it took us 6 months to clear it. It was fraud and so on and so on. So check your credit file. Tip 3, make sure that your name and the address where you live is spelled correctly in the same format across. So if you take a credit card, mobile phone, you've got bank account, that all information is shown in the same format and spelling is correct. Things like Jack and Jackson, so with one provider you've got one name, with another provider you've got another name, happens very often with addresses as well. So you might be renting a flat in a converted building, and with one provider you will be flat 1, with another provider you can be flat A, with third provider you might be ground floor flat. Not good. You need to have everything in the same format. It's easy, well, it's easy to sort out, but it will take time for everything to be shown on your file, because it takes 2 to 3 months for the whole information to be updated. Next one, I've got the whole list here. Electoral roll, very, very, very important. Get yourself on electoral roll register. If you want to vote or not, it's up to you. I'm not here to give you advice on that, but it gives you quite a few points when you apply for credit with a lender, and if you are not registered on electoral rolls, I will definitely ask why. Here is another thing. You might have, happens with first-time buyer very often. I'm registered on electoral roll where my parents live because I've never changed it. You have to be registered on electoral roll where your current address is, so keep it in mind. Next one, do not apply for too many applications for credit. You want to get a credit card, for example, or a small loan before you apply for a mortgage, and you go to a few lenders trying to work out who gives you better credit or more money. Not good. I wouldn't recommend to apply for anything 6 months before you are applying for a mortgage. Also bear in mind that every time you apply for anything where you will be paying by credit, by direct debit, it could be even a gym, you will have a footprint on your file, and we spoke about it in our previous videos. Too many footprints at the same time will reduce your credit score, and I wouldn't say it will damage your credit file, but it might have an effect on your mortgage application. So be careful with that. No payday loans. That's another tip. If you have payday loans, if you applied for them, forget about your mortgage. It will be declined, guaranteed. Lenders do not like it. Lenders don't accept it, and you will be struggling with your mortgage. Do remember that any information on your file is kept for 6 years. So even if it happened time back, lenders will see it and you will have issues. So don't do it. Another tip, do pay your credit commitments on time, logically. So don't miss payments. I've got a lovely client. He's not a first-time buyer, not first-time buyer anymore, and he came to me for a remortgage, and he had 3 late payments on his mortgage. Historic, high earner, has money in saving account. What happened? Traveling. He was traveling, there was not enough money in bank account, so he didn't move money from saving account to current account. Try to pay all commitments on time. If you have credit cards and there are some money outstanding, so you've got a bit of credit card debt, you are not paying the whole amount in once every month, then don't try to do it manually. When statement comes and the bank asks you to pay, set up a direct debit for at least minimum payment. This way you would not have missed payments or late payments. With credit cards, there is another tip. If you have a few of them and you've got a credit line, so let's say one credit card allows you to borrow up to 3,000 and another up to 5,000 and another up to, I don't know, 3,000 again. Even if you don't have money and you don't use these cards in full, but you've got them sitting on the background, lenders might get not suspicious, but they would think, okay, so you borrow the money as a mortgage, you put a deposit down of 10 or 15%. It might happen that you, after mortgage is in place, you will go and borrow money on your credit cards. They don't like it. They will see it as potential danger in the future. So if you don't use your credit cards, leave one, close others. Do not have open credit arrangement somewhere in place just in case. It might cause trouble later. Another tip, do make sure that you have some credit information on your credit file. So happens with some people, I don't like credit cards, Lina, I do not like that, I don't like loans, I don't have any credit cards, I don't want them. Problem is that not having credit information on your file is just as bad as having bad information on your credit file, because lender wants to know that they can trust you. Having just mobile phone is not enough. Get a credit card, spend, I don't know, £5 buying coffee, set direct debit, £5 is paid at the end of the month, deal done. You have some record on your credit file. Lenders like to see that you can manage your money and that they can trust you. And a very important, if you are renting, fair enough, you might not want all your information coming to a place where other people live, or so happens very often again. First time buyers renting a property, but everything goes, bank account, credit card statements, everything is registered on another address where parents live. That is not good either. You have to have your current address and all commitments which you've got in the same address where you live. Otherwise it will cause other issues when you apply for a mortgage. And the very last tip, make sure that any information you provide to any financial institutions is correct and up to date, because if you don't give correct information, lenders will see it. There is such thing as national hunter, they call it. So I have no idea how it works. It's inside information. Not inside information, we know it in the industry, but there is no real information. You can Google, you can have a look. National hunter. So lenders can see if the information you provided to other organizations is the same as you provide to them, and if it's not, it will be picked up. So don't make stupid mistakes like stating that you are earning more than you do, because they wouldn't be checking it anyway. Be careful. All information you give these days is important, and make sure that you are in the best possible shape when you are applying for your mortgage. If you have any questions, leave them in a comment. I will make sure that I answer them. If you would like to see any specific video, so you have good question about any specific area, do leave a comment. I'll make sure that I will prepare something for you and answer all your questions. Take care, keep going, don't give up on your dreams, and see you soon.